in this unfolding as you're telling these stories that we are, in fact, maybe not, we're not arriving somewhere, but do you feel like we're trending in the right direction?
Mm. Yeah, it depends on the day. You ask me, that like they say, until you've been immersed into another culture, like you aren't as aware of how specific your own culture is. That's one way to say it.
Hmm.
Perhaps, like when you travel abroad for the first time, and like when I went to Thailand as a younger man, and I'm walking around and people are speaking Thai, right? And for me, that intellectually, of course, right? You're like, oh yeah, of course they speak Thai. But when you go there and they're speaking it, it's disorienting.
And when
So
someone comes up to you and says "Swadika,"
yeah,
and they bow to you, and you're like, "Whoa, this is
yeah.
I feel so welcome. This culture is amazing."
Yeah,
did you have that sense?
just a sense too of like, it's just, oh wow, people do different things differently around the world, and how great, and how even slightly uncomfortable it is, right? Because now you don't know how to ask for things, or depending on your proficiency. But anyway, I guess I'm saying that in Tamara I was able to fully see, not that they figured everything out, but
Right.
just they do things so different in some regards that it illuminated so much about my own understanding about seeing so much of what we pathologize in this culture as individual, things like, I don't know, depression and dysfunction in relationship and family dynamics, and all this
Mm.
stuff. They've revealed it because of their way of experimenting and trying other things. I can see now, I'm like, oh wow, like that's because all of these other things that it requires for a sane relationship and a sane raising of a family are not there.
Yeah.
So that's what I guess I'm saying, that, for me, village, I understand, was like, oh, wow, we've lived this way for 99% of human existence. And it's only very recent that we've diverted into this modern experiment, called civilization. And just if that's not part of the story, then we're doomed to kind of think, it's always been this way, but it actually hasn't.